What is going on, good people? This is your man, Gavin the Bossman Stevenson, one half of the Late Night at the Table. I have the lovely, lovely co-host, Lady J. Go ahead and say something to the people there, Lady J.
Hello, everybody.
Like I always say, short and sweet. Now, this is going to be a hell of a show. And the reason I say that is because we are going to talk about why women do not like to initiate sex.
Facts.
Now, we both got a couple things we're going to say about this, but you know how we do. We normally still come off the hip with what we have to say. So, since Lady J says she's going to run me this time.
Oh.
Y'all hear the silence, right? Do y'all need more of that? Do y'all need
Whatever.
Y'all hear the silence? I got some crickets
Whatever.
for you.
Listen. I handle mine, so I'm not even worried at all.
You hear the crickets, Lady J?
No, I don't.
Oh, she says she don't hear. Okay, then.
I don't pay attention to haters.
Ooh. I'll be that. I'm good at being that. Like I said, I know somebody that like it. All right, Lady J, let's do this then. I'm going to be the gentleman that I am.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. Well, I did, some research.
Uh-huh.
Some Googling, our favorite partner.
Yes.
And read a couple articles.
Girl, I didn't know you knew.
Surveyed a couple women, And one of the things that I think is very, should I say, not really important, but a lot of women don't like to come off like they're not being ladylike.
So so you saying that women don't initiate sex because they don't want to seem like a whore?
Yes. They don't want to seem too, sexually forward. They don't want to seem too pushy or too aggressive.
Well, let me ask
which
you this.
Is kind of crazy.
That don't make no sense. It don't.
It does. Makes a lot of sense.
Hold on now. So if you with the person that you've been with for a long time, you telling me you still worried about if he gonna think you a whore because you asked for some dick?
But ladylike has nothing to always do with being a whore. Ladylike can be too aggressive because some men don't like aggressive women. Ladylike can come off as being too masculine. Not necessarily just whorish.
See, it depends. It depends on what your aggressiveness is for me. Because, some people like to lock you up and shit. Put you in chains and bondage.
Hey.
Now for that. Want to beat you with lace fronts.
You don't have no flashback. Come back.
I get a flashback every time.
Light.
Every time we do this, I get a flashback about the goddamn video. That man got beat with a lace front, y'all. A lace front.
That was not a lace front.
All right. You know what?
All.
You know what, people? I'm going to put the link to the video on this one. And I want y'all to tell me if that don't look like a lace front. Now, you know the crazy thing about that is this. Now, I know I'm getting off the topic a little bit, but I want to say this about that video. This woman has a OnlyFans page. Right? She has an OnlyFans page. You want to talk a fan page that goes ham? That lady's fan page goes ham. I mean, gangbusters.
Well, you sound like you a member.
It's other ways I can get to that video. And I'll put that in the link too.
You sound like an avid watcher.
Look, let me tell you something. One thing about I do my research.
Oh, okay. Research purposes only. Oh, okay, I got it. You're just so stupid. But The reason why I say that because I've heard men say they don't like too aggressive women.
Okay,
in the bedroom. Like they don't want to feel like the bitch in the bedroom.
Let me ask you this. What do they consider as too aggressive though? Because there's multiple levels to that shit.
Okay, so I'm not a man, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what I'll put I'm glad you said that. So I'll semi-answer that question. Now,
okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do and I don't have limitations in the bedroom. My biggest limitation is this. You are not going to put me in no handcuffs. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I'm willing to go other places, but you are not going to put me in handcuffs, and I'm not going to sit there and let you do it. What? Crazy? I don't understand it. And then when I saw that video, it made it worse for me. Ooh, ba, blue, ba, ba, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. What? When y'all see that video,
you like you're punking out, Gavin. You like you're punking out.
Now you know what?
Okay, so what would you consider too aggressive in the bedroom for a woman?
Well, I know that some women like it rough.
Mm-hmm.
Some women like sensual. So I feel that you always have to have a medium of both. You get what I'm saying? You know, some people like to be bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to be whipped. Look, but y'all gotta understand. And look, I say to each their own, Lady J. I'm not saying that it's bad.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But y'all have to understand, me, the boss man, I got my ass whooped a lot as a kid. So you pull a belt up at me, I'm going to get flashbacks. I'm going to take off. Y'all going to be like, where this nigga go?
Now see, I have been in a relationship where anything that was not me being the submissive one was considered too much.
I don't like a submissive female, personally.
Okay.
I think it's a turnoff.
Why would you say that?
Because I want, if we are into each other, I want us to experience, explore each other at the same time. You know what I mean? So now, what I mean by that is, I want you to be just as into it as I am. I want you to say, hey, nigga, you ain't doing it right. Flip me over. You know what I mean? Like, let me get on top. You know what I mean? That's like, what? I told you. Let somebody walk in the room while I'm in the room talking about, let me put it in my mouth. What? I'm going to be like, I love you. I love you. But I love you.
Okay, well, see, I feel like things like that are things like if you're dating somebody or you're with somebody as far as couples, that's cool. But like I said, being in a relationship where, what man gonna turn off some head? So any woman I walk in there and say something like that.
You know what you said that? You said that. You said that. I cannot remember who it was that told me that her man does not like her giving him head. He don't like it.
I had a friend like that. Man did not like
she told me that he felt like that was some of the dirtiest shit she could have ever done.
Right.
I don't see.
What's crazy is in a relationship, he'll feel like that with her, but to go out in the street
and go get it somewhere else.
Right.
Do you think that comes from trying to put his wife or whoever you want to call up on like a pedestal or something like that? Like she's gonna be my queen.
That's what I was trying to.
I don't want.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay.
That relationship I was in was the first person I had ever been with. So being with him and him being my first, he felt in his mind like, okay, she's this person, like she's not gonna do what these hoes in the street gonna do. You get what I'm saying? So if I said, I want to do this, I want to do that.
What'd you say, Lady J? Only if he knew.
No, But I'm saying at that time, I only could do what I knew. I only could be
Right.
exposed to
Right.
know what I was exposed
Right.
to. So at that time, I'm like, oh, okay, you know. But as I got older,
You were like, hold
I'm
on,
like,
hold on.
okay,
This ain't it.
hold on.
Yeah, I get
Right,
that.
you know,
I can
I'm watching
dig
movies and this is, yeah, I want to do what they doing. Can we
Right.
do what they doing? You know, but some guys don't want their wives or the women they're in relationship with to do that.
that. Shit.
So I don't know how would a woman combat that with her spouse or her man?
Well,
But she's not getting what she needs.
Because you know what? See, men have to realize you have females out there that have that oil fixation, like is what they love. That turns them on sometimes. That turns them on more than anything. You know, you could be sitting there and when she puts them out, it's like boom. She instantly gets wet. She's ready to go, and you ain't really got to do too much after that. It's time. Hey, look, nigga, you ain't got to touch me like that. Let's go.
Right. I feel you. Okay.
Oh Lord. Let's see what I have. Oh, this is a crazy one that I saw that females think that you're not in the mood. Now let me sit there.
I saw that too.
You saw that? So females think that you're not in the mood. What blows my mind about that is that, ladies, what man you know is not in the mood?
Well, I'm glad you said that. Because with that, there were some statistics talking about how men of a certain age can't perform on spontaneous things.
Narrow it down then before you even do that. Narrow it down.
Well, they were talking about men under 40.
Okay.
Well, what they talked about mostly was men who produce a lot of testosterone, which they said that kind of occurs after you hit 40, right? So men under 40 are more likely to give off or do or have spontaneous sex. So if a woman says, okay, I'm ready to go, let's get it on right now, they're more likely to say, okay, yes, I'm on it, let's get it.
Right.
Men who are older than that can't really do that.
Hold on, baby. Let me go in this bathroom. I got to take my pill real quick.
Right. Or it don't pop off as suddenly as before.
You got to ease into
or
it,
it takes
baby.
more effort and more work to get it to pop off.
You got to ease into it, baby. I'm going to get there. Don't worry about it. But see, listen, that comes from understanding your partner, though. If you know that he's like that, you have to understand that. That comes from what? Communication.
Right. And I don't disagree with that, but that can also be a deterrent on initiating anything.
Right.
Like if I know right now I'm ready to get it popped right now, I just put the cornbread in the oven. I want to pop it off right quick. I got to go in here and prime him up for 15 minutes. By the time he get primed up, the cornbread gonna be done.
Right. It comes from a lot of things, though. You know, and one thing I'm going to say that, you know, men over 40, which I am myself, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of us don't produce the testosterone that we used to. We used to boil it out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, ladies, that's not a deterrent, because one thing about a man, if he gonna do it, he gonna do it. Like look, when it comes to black men, if we fucking, we fucking. Man, I'm being for real. Let me tell you something. Ain't no man. Ladies, let me give you a little bit of advice, because you know I love you all.
Put us on game now.
Ladies, if a man, all right, I'm sorry, if your man turns down some sets, he done already had sets. You're second in line. You're not first. You are second. And you're like, I know you're like, oh, okay. Because trust me, ain't no red-blooded man gonna turn down some sex. I don't care what
I
he
believe
says
that.
or nothing. You were second in line. He's trying to reboot. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get his
And
muscle up.
I believe that. I believe that because that's, being in a relationship, that's happened to me. And I got in an argument, never forget, got in an argument one time when it was like, why can't I just not be in the mood? I said, it sounds like we are 30-something years old.
You're always in the mood.
What is not in the mood?
You are always in the mood, even when you're over age. Because being in the business that I'm in, I see dirty ass old men all the time.
Always. Right,
always.
In the mood.
They are in the mood. So, ladies, if your husband, your significant other, your boyfriend, or whatever you want to call him, the Negro that come over there and beat you down, if he ain't in the mood, you done sat there, you done cook, clean, washed your ass, put the kids to bed, and he come in there and you say, hey, baby, what's going on?
Clean sheet.
Yes.
Room smelling all good.
Yes.
Hey.
You are second in line. Now, I will put this to you this way, too. Now, there are stipulations to this. Now, if you got a hard-working man, he done worked all day. He may be a little bit tired.
So he's tired.
He may be a little bit tired. But I'm gonna tell you this too, ladies. He ain't gonna turn it down. He gonna do something. Look.
And I believe that for women too. Like how women are like, oh, I have a headache. Oh, I was married 18 years, never turned down sex. Never.
You turned it down.
Never. And I can't. If I have a headache, that's gonna make my headache go away. I have been hurting, back hurting, leg hurt, and will turn around and boot it up in a minute. Like, listen, it has nothing to say in a minute. This might help my situation.
Right. You may knock some of this pain off of me with this bullshit.
Right.
Come here. I'm gonna tell you this, you laughing,
right.
But it's sex can soothe a lot of problems. But I'll tell you this, it soothes problems. It soothes problems. It don't fix them. Like I always tell you, ladies, it may soothe that problem, but it don't fix it. Lady J, you can look at me any goddamn way you want to right now. I don't care.
Because I feel sex fixes a lot. When I say fixes, like, okay.
You said to me, no, before you say this, Lady J, because you know I'm going to stop you, because you said to me that, yes, you can get in an argument and blah, 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 and turn around and give it to him, son, and then next thing you know, then what? It ain't fixed.
Roll over because I'm still mad.
Yeah, it ain't fixed.
Well, I'm not saying it fixes every problem. I'm saying it fixes a lot. Like for me, I can also say, like, I have anxiety, right? So when I'm stressed out, beat me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm stressed out, give me some.
A good beat down gets me away.
Put me right together.
I be better.
Put me right together. That's what I'm saying.
I can dig it.
You stressed out. You got a little issue at a job. Come home. Hey, look. I don't want to talk right now. Come on. Come on
and eat me up.
Help me up right quick. I need you to come on, babe. Come on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
How Bernie Mac used to say, come on and put your mouth on me. You dirty son of a bitch.
So another thing that I want to ask you this question. So about the whole being pushing aggressive thing, do you think that is an outdated way of thinking? Do you think that's like an old way of thinking? Because a lot of that I feel like has to do with gender roles.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Like feeling like
I'll tell you this. I feel like a lot of things are outdated when it comes to sex. You know, the way that, think about it, the way that we were taught about sex is not the way we teach our kids about sex.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know what? A lot of us weren't taught about. I wasn't taught about sex.
I can't say I wasn't taught.
Down, talk about
I don't think my dad had to talk with me, but he didn't say, hey, son, boy, you got to put a leg up like this to get it like that. You know, he ain't say that.
Well, I hope not, but okay.
I guess, listen, my mom would have walked in there and said, look here, Sydney. You know you shouldn't have said that to that
Don't
boy
be
like
telling
that.
him no shit like
Don't
that.
be telling that boy that. The boy, I said, listen, that's my mama too, boy. My mama be like, don't you tell that boy that.
I didn't even, my only thing I was told was, my mom's definition was, because my thing was, I want a boyfriend. My mom kept saying, you don't want a boyfriend. And I kept saying, why? She said, you got to just wait till you're about 16, 17, get your boyfriend. I was like, why I got to wait that long? My mom kept telling me, because with the word boyfriend comes other things. And I kept saying, okay, well, what other things? And she would be like, well, your boyfriend going to want to do more than just hold your hand.
Damn
when
right
you
I
let him
am.
kiss you, he going to want to do more than kiss
God damn it right.
you. And after he kissed you to fill you up, he going to want to do more than
Damn
fill you
right.
up.
You
He was
right.
like, and then we got my problem. My grandmother's way of thinking was telling me stuff was, baby, they just want your pussy. That's all they want. Men just want pussy, and don't give it to them.
Yeah,
That's
grandma
as far
was,
as I
listen,
got with the talk.
and your grandma was right too, God damn it.
But to know,
Thank you,
like,
Grandma.
what happens and all that kind of stuff, that was something I had to discover on my own.
I got one for you. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
One reason why females don't initiate sex, you want to know why? Well, they can't initiate sex?
Why?
Because the man's always initiating it. She can't initiate nothing unless you let her initiate something. Right or wrong?
That's true.
You can't initiate something if you always gung-ho when you get into the bedroom. When you get in the bedroom, be like, you can't, goddamn it, we ain't sat down 5 minutes. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Okay, you haven't given her the opportunity to. Okay, I can do that.
Some men don't do that. Some men don't give the opportunity. Some men just be like, look, what you want to do? You want a barbecue or meal deal? What's up?
But I think that mindset also comes with the fact that a lot of women don't think men like to be pursued too. Mm-hmm. We're taught that, men are hunters. Men are the ones who like to pursue. So we never think as women that men like to be pursued too.
Ladies, that is a lie. Men love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. It's a lie. Don't listen to your mama. Your mama ain't shit. I'm telling you right now.
Because even in like one of the articles I was reading, it says according to studies, it shows that women failing to initiate sex is one of the biggest mistakes women can make in their relationships.
Correct. It's correct. Men don't always want to initiate it. You know what? A lot of men want to be. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of men like to be touched and rubbed, and you know what I mean. They like that soothing shit. I like it. Go on, lick me on the nipple.
But you know what? Oh Lord, he done found a new thing. A nipple not. Lord.
Oh Lord, I shouldn't have been drinking this shit. I told you I shouldn't have been drinking.
But I can say this, just like you said, that men have to allow women the way or the avenue to initiate stuff. I honestly think men also have to allow women to be comfortable enough to do it.
That was one of mine. That was one of mine too.
Yeah, like I could say as a woman, it's been very rare situations I've ever been comfortable enough to initiate things with a guy. Like I haven't been in that space.
So let me ask you this: does it come from? Now I know this may be a little bit personal, but we talked about it before. Mm-hmm. Would it be because of your situation before? I'm talking about not with your husband, but I'm talking about people. Y'all don't understand when y'all see the pictures of Lady J. Y'all see the now pictures. I don't think we haven't put none before.
But I think I don't even think it had anything to do with what I looked like before, because this is like me and my mom was talking about this earlier. Because I was a bigger girl, because I'm still a big girl, but even me being a bigger woman, regardless of my size, I was never ugly.
Right. You felt that you still was sexy. And that's what you're supposed to feel in the beginning. That's always.
Right. I never felt like I was an ugly girl. But there are men out here who love big women. I'm not saying just attractive. I'm not saying attractive too.
We done talked about this. I'm trying to tell you.
Right. So it's men out here who adore every role, every crevice. Like,
hallelujah.
They adore big women.
Hallelujah.
So, you so
tabernacle.
So, being in a situation where you are with someone who, loves every inch of you, makes you comfortable enough that no matter what I do, he's going to love it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Being in a situation where...
Can I say this, Lady J? Can I say this? I'm going to tell you this. Big women are far, far more sexually active than the skinny one.
I could believe that.
We done talked about this because you go in the hood, the big girl with all the kids.
But that could just be pure these low self-esteem.
No,
I don't feel.
Boy, that thing, boy, you
no, hold on, wait,
lift that thing up, boy. You pop that hood.
Nope. That ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm saying she could be the girl that got all the kids and still don't have no man.
Right. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know. But listen, Lady J. There are niggas in the hood fighting over big girls right now. That didn't used to be the thing.
Listen, I agree with you. Cause like I said, I said this earlier to my mom, talking to my mom, that if I knew what I know now 15 years ago, I would have never been in a situation that I was in before. Never.
What? Did you say, okay. Lady J, if I knew now what I knew then?
Listen, guys, listen, bro.
Preach to him. Go on, preach to him, Lady J.
What I knew now.
Preach, Lady J.
I would not have been in that situation.
Oh, we having church.
I didn't know what was out there. I didn't know I was so loved. I didn't know I was so wanted. I did not know that. And like I said, never thought I was an ugly girl. Yes, I was 200 pounds bigger, so I felt some type of way. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I never thought I was ugly. Mm-hmm. So, but now, listen.
What you got to tell them, Lady J?
Just know that they out there, and they looking, and they watching.
And let me tell you something, it ain't other big men either. It's men. It's men out there. Look, y'all don't understand. I'm 265 pounds, and I got muscles everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you right now, all my baby mamas and wives were big. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lady J. What? Boy, I saw
we think.
I saw. It was so funny. I saw my wife, right? When I saw her for the first time, I said, oh, Lord, I got to have that woman. And my homeboy was with me. He's like, what, the skinny one? I said, no, brother. That one. He said, which one? I said, don't you see that big girl right there? I want that one right there. He was like, boy, you stupid. I said, all right. He said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you get out of it. I said, that's the one.
And it's so funny, my brother, you've met my brother. My brother used to talk about big girls so bad. He'd always be like, oh, my mom a big girl, oh, you a big girl, I'll never date a big girl, da-da-da-da. His first 2 baby mamas was smaller women. My brother messed around and got him a big girl. I ain't seen my brother with a skinny girl since.
Shout out to Drew.
And my brother ain't nothing but about $160, $170, if that.
Shout out to
5, maybe 5'7". Gerard, and he, we ain't talk about no just plump girls, chunky girls.
He like a big.
He want a big girl. He want big girls.
He like it. He like his girl to be big, not just bigger than him, and taller.
Right. And he don't date no, and they ain't shabby big girls either.
No. See, that's one thing that I want. Listen here, fellas. Now, there's two things I preach. All right? If you're going to get you a big girl, you get you a bad one. Get you a nice, fine one that knows how to keep herself right. Because you can keep yourself right and be big. Can have, you know what I mean, very good hygiene. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of big girls have very, very good hygiene.
Shit, sometimes they have the best.
Yes. And I preach about if you're going to get you a big girl, get you a sexy one. Get you a bad one. Don't be over here getting these fluffy McGrumpies out here now. If you get one of those, I'm going to talk about you. The boss man wants flumpy McGrumpies. Now, I also preach another thing, too.
I'm taking your mic.
Another thing I preach, too, is if you're going to get your white girl, get your bad white girl. Don't you go out here and get these ugly Bettys.
Which they do, but that's another.
No, we're not gonna get in that because
they do.
Yeah, we're not gonna get in that today.
We know
how you feel about that. God, that's a whole can of worms
now,
that I'm not prepared to deal with right now.
Since we talk about the big girl thing,
okay.
We talk about the big girl thing. One of my points was a lot of women are scared to initiate because they're worried about what they look like.
That comes, but you know what? Well, let's go back to communication. This still falls on communication. Let me make sure I put these in the right words, right? Now, you have your big girl.
Mm-hmm.
What you're supposed to do as her man is to keep her up on a pedestal. You get what I'm saying? If she's your big,
you make her feel loved.
You make her feel wanted at all times because that's your chick. You get what I'm saying? That is your chick. That is your girl. And you supposed to make your girl feel like when she walk into a room, that every other girl got something hanging out her nose.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that is a cop-out. Because if your man is treating you the right way, you should never worry about what you look like. I'm sorry.
Well, I also think that comes with inner confidence as well.
But that's what he's supposed to give you that, though. Right or wrong, Lady J. He's supposed to help you build your confidence.
Help you build. That I totally agree. This is so crazy. I'm telling you, everything that we're talking about right now, I was talking about earlier today. And I was telling my mom, I was like, being around a certain person or being around certain people has built my confidence to do things that I would have never done before.
Because
you get what I'm saying?
If you're dealing with a boss dude, he's supposed to make you want to feel like that boss chick, make you want to be that boss chick. You're going to bring your level up to fit your dude. That's what you're supposed to do.
Or you're going to be brave enough to embrace what you already have.
Correct.
Because I feel like a lot of girls have certain things within them, but the fear of what other people think or not being surrounded by what they are keeps them from bringing it out. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but who cares about... See, I'm a person, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me. I'm going to tell you this.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
But you thought that way for how long?
Let me say this. I was an ugly duckling. Middle school, early high school, I had zits, glasses. I was an ugly duckling, people. You know what I mean? Then I blossomed. And now you can't tell me shit. I don't give a damn what you say. You already know what?
Like I said, I've never been a skinny girl. I've always been a big girl. So my weight has always been the catalyst in my self-esteem or the catalyst in my confidence. But I'd never heard, oh, well, you're ugly. The only thing people could ever talk about me was the fact of my weight.
Right.
I always dressed nice, hair done, nails. I always stayed up, even middle school, high school. Like, you would have never seen me.
I would have told him, I would have told him,
sneakers.
yeah, I'm fat, but you ugly, so I can get rid of this weight. What you
Right.
gonna do?
I had, a lot of my friends were guy friends because they were comfortable coming to me or talking to me or whatever versus me having a whole bunch of girlfriends. But anyway,
your same sex can be the nastiest and the meanest people in the world.
Very. So then I had to become the bully.
Right.
Because, you weren't just gonna talk shit. I mean, I had to whoop your ass. So,
Oh, you thought I was just gonna let you go? Oh no.
Girl, okay, so I'm big. I'm gonna use this bigness to beat your ass. How about that?
I'm big on your ass. Let's go.
Right. But I think once women, if you're with somebody and that person makes you feel sexy and makes you feel confident, I don't think there's anything that your girl won't do. And I said that the other day. It's nothing your girl won't do if she feels confident and sexy with you. You can have every orifice of her. I promise you, you can.
Right. I totally agree with that. And that's why I say sometimes that's a cop-out when they say their size, because if you're with somebody and you two are in love and you two are embracing each other all the time, it doesn't matter what you look like anymore. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
Then we go from looks to what is inside. You get what I'm saying, lady?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. Man, you go from a female that looks a certain way, yeah, she looks that way. But let me tell you something. Men, straight up on the real, some of the nastiest women are some of the finest women you've seen in the world. I'm telling you, and look, just because she look good don't mean her attitude is the way you need it in your life.
That's true.
Man, I've seen some females that are drop dead gorgeous, but the nastiest and the meanest attitudes, talk about you all the time, treat you like you just ain't nothing. You get what I'm saying? That's a totally different thing when somebody that you supposed to be with and they treat you like you're not nothing. Because I'm fine. Who are you? Well, let me tell you something.
Or the worst, to treat you like you're an option.
Right. But you know what though? I tell you this now, man. If you're in a relationship like that with a female like that, it's time to go. You're not going to fix that. That's not.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's a lot of things that are fixable. That is one that you might just, I gotta go, bitch. I can't do this. I'm telling you.
Right. I totally agree.
Go ahead and give me another one, Lady J, since we walking this road.
Okay. I have a study, and one of the studies said that 72% of men prefer more aggressive women in the bedroom than submissive.
I told you that already. It's true. That's a fact.
Right.
That is a pure fact. No man want a lazy fuck.
Right. Okay, now I have a question from a woman. I've never asked this question before because I've heard that term several times when you say lazy fuck. Now, I don't
want me to give you a definition?
Well, no, hold on.
Oh, I can give
I don't honestly know how you could possibly be a lazy fuck if the sex is good.
There's a lot of women that are out there. A lot of women just be sitting there, ooh, ah, man. Fuck all that. I'd rather you not. I'm being for real, Lady J, man. Nobody likes it.
What you want her to say? What you want her to do? Tell me what's your definition of a lazy fuck and your definition of not.
A lazy fuck is a person that just lays there and lets you do whatever they want to do to you. They're not throwing that thing back. They just letting you just pound them out, and then you finish, and then it's okay. No, bitch, come on, let's go. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's do this. I want a female that push me off of, you know what I mean? Let's do it. As long as you not put me in no chains and beat me with anything. I'm about all that.
You need counseling.
I'm telling you, lift your hands up like you're going to hit me, boy. I'm going to have flashbacks. Like, mama, no! But.
Well, I feel like, because I mean, it's some dudes out here who are lazy fucks too.
Okay, explain.
Like it's some dudes, right? It's some dudes out here who will be in there and just be pumping away, not saying anything. You know, you looking like, are you even really in there? Like, what are we doing? You know,
but I'm saying the same thing. You know, you want a motherfucker that's gonna walk you like a dog. Walk me, motherfucker. Dude,
exactly.
I want you to talk to me. I need you to say this. I need you to say that. I need you. You give me some direction of where we gonna go. What is the next step? Okay, what are we gonna do next? You know what I mean? That's what I like. What are we gonna do next? You want me to hang you off the half of this bed? What you want? You want to stand up in the middle of the room? What you want to do? You know what I mean?
Now you can also be dealing with somebody who just ain't that experienced.
Right, but I'm gonna say this.
As you're doing things, you're learning.
Okay, let's say this. Let's put this. I can put this in real perspective for you now, Lady J.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The average motherfucker now, these kids out here having sex at when? 13, 14, 15. I know people that have babies at 14 years old. You get what I'm saying? These people are having sex. So it's not like, oh, I'm inexperienced now. It's sad to say. It's hard to say, no, lady, I'm sorry, Lady J. These motherfuckers, the business that I'm in proves a lot to me.
Okay. But there's a difference. And I'm going to tell you why I say there's a difference. Having sex is just the act of what it is.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Having good sex is a difference because, like, I will gladly admit
Go ahead.
that I was having sex, got pregnant, and had a whole baby before I knew what sex was supposed to feel like.
Lady J, let's put.
I was doing the act.
Okay, Lady J.
But that doesn't mean I knew what I was doing.
How old were you when you got pregnant?
17.
17. Before that, how many times you had sex before that?
Only a couple. Like
okay.
3 or 4 times.
So you were still inexperienced there, but listen how old you said you were. 17. But that was back then.
Right. Back then. But like I said, I had a whole baby.
How old is your son now? How old is your son now? 20. Okay.
20.
Let's go back 20 years now.
But listen to what I'm saying. You're not grasping what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it took the right person, the next person that I slept with. It took that person to, number one, be patient enough to teach me some things,
right?
Show me some things in order for me to actually know, okay, wow. I had a baby at my first child at 18. I was like 23 before I had my first real orgasm. Like,
by yourself or
no, with somebody else.
Okay.
Even I didn't start doing that till I was damn near 30.
Sorry to hear that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So just because you've been in a situation, like, it's stuff that my body does now that it didn't do when I was married. And I only been divorced 2 years. So all I'm saying is it might not necessarily, just because you having sex does not mean you're experiencing it. It doesn't mean you're experiencing it. It just means that you're performing an act. Right?
Yeah, you're a little bit right on. I'll give, okay.
Okay. I thought I'd see a little bit. Thank you.
I'll give you a round of applause on that one. Okay. But I'm just saying, certain times when I just feel nowadays, inexperience is just far and in between.
They're just like guys. It's guys out here who may have been doing, like, for instance, we talked about like oral sex last time. Like, it's guys out here who've been eating coop for 20, 30 years. But may have been dealing with certain type of females who the way you do it was fine. You got over to me, and I'm like, this ain't hitting.
Fellas,
I don't like it.
let me teach y'all a little something. When y'all are down on that female, the best way to start is to learn your ABCs.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
But also, guys have to realize too, all of that other extra shit is finessing. If you stay in one spot, bro, I promise you. If you stay in one spot, you got it. You in there. Just treat that like your best friend. Talk to it, finesse it.
You say that extra is just extra.
All that extra shit is finessing. I really, if we're trying to really get to the one spot, bro. Just listen. You can't go wrong.
Fellas, I'll say the spot for you. You got to beat that man up in that boat. That man that's in that boat, you got to beat him up.
Talk to him. Finesse him.
You got to use him like he a punching
bag. Give him doubt.
Punch him.
Everything.
Punch him back.
You is so
hit him like he a speed bat. Keep it with him. Keep that rhythm.
All that other stuff is finessing. Just like men. Y'all got a girl that's going to do all that extra shit they see on TV, rubbing it on their face and all that. I ain't really wanting all of that.
I don't know. I like a little bit of that.
But I'm saying that's a little finesse. That's a little icing on the top. But when you trying to get somewhere,
put your mouth on that thing.
You want pedal to the metal.
Move your hands. Move your hands.
That's all I'm saying. Sometimes hands are necessary. But
sometimes the hands are. Listen, move your hands. Don't forget his two friends down below.
Move your hand and your head.
Right. Don't be in there like this, ladies. Is that good?
Right.
Is that
exactly.
Good?
Exactly. But hey, you might have been with somebody who liked that.
Right. I don't deny none of this. I don't, because I've been down that road with a female. And I was like, look, baby, this ain't hitting on nothing.
But see, men, a lot of times men ain't gonna say that.
Shit.
Because they not gonna.
Well, you're right. Because a lot of men don't say that because we don't want you to stop anyway. We gonna get there eventually. We just trying to help you out to show you. Listen, you trying to get to the promised land. This is the way to do it. What you doing? You ain't really hitting on too much of anything, and I'm starting to get a little upset.
Right. But see, that's why we talked about direction.
Right. You got to be a student, people. Student.
Right. If you give your girl direction, you might not have a problem. Just tell her what you want.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with that, Lady J. Listen, you haven't said anything that ain't right yet. I give you that.
All I'm saying too is with this study, I can say for me personally, I agree with a lot of it. I am just not, maybe because I like aggressiveness, I don't necessarily always want to be the aggressor.
So what do you mean by aggressiveness? See, Lady J, so explain your side of aggressiveness, because you be saying that all the time, and I'll be like, what do you mean aggressiveness?
I like
preach.
Feel like, first of all, I want to feel like you a man in this motherfucker. I want to feel like, King call me, motherfucker. Come in here and
what that nigga hit you with the Donkey Kong? Boy, I gotta stop drinking this shit here.
Like, you know what you're doing. Like, I don't want to feel like, okay, because first of all, I'm gonna be straight up. How can I say this? Without putting my shit on front screen. Okay. I mean, I ain't been around the bush a whole lot. You get what I'm
All
saying?
right.
I'm a very picky lady, so I haven't been around the bush a whole lot. So at 39, I'm still learning what I like and what I don't like. I can be honest about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't want is no wimpy ass man. I don't want, I mean, the whole, baby, I can deal with that a little bit. But I want to feel like I'm with a man. I want to feel like I'm with a whole man.
I can dig
You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
Okay, like grab me, talk shit. Like I like all of that. I don't want to feel like in the middle of this I can jump up and whoop your ass. I don't want to feel like that.
Nigga, this ain't right. Boop. Oh, she hit me in my mouth.
Right. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel, and I think that's another reason why I have an issue with. I don't know. I like the bigger guys. I don't. Smaller guys. I always feel like because I'm a bigger girl, I could pop you in your eye and you ain't gonna do shit.
Lady J,
I don't.
Lady J.
Yeah.
What do you consider as bigger guy though? A heavy set guy, taller.
Well, I'm only 5'4". So everybody's taller than me.
Right. Everybody's taller than Lady J. Listen, I got an 11-year-old that's taller than Lady J.
But I'm so trying not to be explicit, but how can I say this? I don't know. I just like a nigga. I won't say a nigga, but a man. I feel like I climb. You know, so like I need you to be.
I can dig it, Lady J. I dig it.
That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah. I need your hand to fit around my whole throat. You know, not
oh Lord.
A little bit. Like.
Oh Lord, she said the whole throat.
The whole throat. Not like baby hands. No.
All right, Lady J. I got one for you. Listen, I was saving this one because I think this is a good one. A lot of ladies don't like to initiate sex because they feel like it's going to be one-sided.
No, I can agree with that.
They feel like they're not going to get what they need out of this thing. They feel like the man is going to get everything he needs. Yeah. And she's going to be missing out. Tell me how you feel about that.
I can totally agree with that. Hell, it's a lot of times men initiate shit and they get it all and you get nothing out of it.
Now, so in a relationship, it's a couple types of men. You get men that are pleasers. You get a men that are pleasing themselves. And you get men that, that want to make sure that we both get to the promised land.
Right. Now, there are some women who are satisfied with just pleasing their partner. You get what I'm saying? Like, if she initiates
how long does that last, though? Really? How long does that last?
That can't be all the time.
Right.
No,
that
can't be all the time.
That can't last forever.
Yeah, no. That's not going to be all the time. That's, not all the time. Just say that. I don't know how else to explain that. But, because it's some guys who, when they initiate sex, it's solely to get what they need.
Right.
They're not looking to please anybody but themselves.
Which is a damn shame, but it's true.
It's very true. And it's crazy because I've heard, like conversations with other guys, I've heard guys feel like they feel like it's so much pressure on them to be the pleasers, or it's so much pressure on them to initiate stuff. But I honestly feel like that's another reason why I feel like women don't initiate stuff, and that's from my own personal experience, is that men don't communicate. So because it's hard for you guys to communicate and say what you like and what you don't like, I don't know where to start. Most you can get out of a man nowadays about what he like is give me some good head. And that's about where it stops.
You know what I mean? Some men are easy to please.
But that's not true. By this conversation, it tells you that it's not true. They talking about, hold on, I think it was us outside talking at the club one night, and they was talking about, somebody was saying good pussy will get you an apartment, but good head to get you a home.
Facts.
But that's not necessarily true, because y'all want more than that. You can't say a girl who give you great head because you major problems, you're going to lock that down.
Yeah, now you're right about that, because I'm the type of guy, I don't like to deal with problems. But like I said, it comes from, like I said, comes from my job. The reason I say that is because I have enough problems to deal with already, so I ain't trying to deal with nothing else.
Well, I think everybody's come with a certain amount of problems.
Correct.
It just depends on what you're willing to deal with in that relationship.
Ladies, I'm not willing to deal with the bullshit. I'm telling you right now. I ain't with it. I don't like it.
But what might be bullshit to you?
Maybe
to be adored by someone?
And that's where it comes in. There's a lot more fish in that sea out there. That's why they made an app called Plenty of Fish.
Turn your mic off right now. Turn it off. You're not allowed to talk no more.
I'm stating facts. Some of you motherfuckers got in trouble off of Plenty of Fish. No, you ain't supposed to be on there. No, you got a whole woman at home. You on Plenty of Fish. Don't realize, hell, some of her friends on Plenty of Fish. And they done scrolled right, and next thing you know, you done popped up. Then you be like, girl, Plenty of Fish. And the first thing you gonna do, you gonna start lying. Girl, I ain't on no damn Plenty of Fish. And next thing she gonna do is, oh, this ain't you? This ain't you?
Right.
This ain't you?
Babe, that's old. That's old.
That was
I ain't been on there forever.
That was before you. That was before
you.
Plenty of Fish been out 4 years, 5 years. But you and her been together for 20 years. That before you.
Hold on, your profile picture, your profile picture is your wedding picture.
Well, yeah, it's updated like a motherfucker. The last picture you done took is it's the same.
Cut her out.
Look, it's the same picture you just put up on Facebook is your profile picture. Boy.
Oh my God. Hey, nigga boy, they do that. But
I ain't never mess with it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't do dating websites.
It never turns out right.
Right. But I think it all boils down to, as far as on the women's side, that it's hard to just totally let down all your inhibitions and exude like all this confidence and sexuality when you're not confident. Because, I feel like if you're confident, you don't really give a damn what he think or what, what I'm saying, or what anybody thinks. If you want it, you're going to get it, you're going to take it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a thing in itself. And women can bring out confidence in their men. There's a lot of men out here who aren't confident in certain things.
It's a couple things.
But
it's a couple of things. I'm sorry to cut you off, Lady J, but I'm going to start initiate. I'm going to call it the 4 things, right? I'm going to call it the 4 things.
Okay.
And the 4 things is communication. I'm sorry, not communication. The first thing is going to be respect, right? Mm-hmm. Second thing is going to be commitment, right? Mm-hmm. Third is communication. And 4 is honesty. Mm-hmm. Now, now I'm going to tell you this. Let me get a little. I know I tell a lot of jokes, but let me break this down to you. Me being the person that I am, I know it's hard for a lot of people to hear me say these things now, but I'm saying them because I had to learn them. Now, all 4 of these things, I'm gonna call it the recipe to success.
Okay.
You got all these 4. If you implant all 4 of these things, listen, people. If you implant all 4 of these things into your relationship, you're gonna come out on it. It's gonna be a lot easier for you. Do you not agree, Lady J?
I agree.
Yes, because a lot of times when you don't have none of these and you guys are just going at it and trying to, and you try to build these things, You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't work out the way that you want them to is because of the ingredients that you have not put in. You know what I mean? A lot of people.
But you know, a lot of times that it's crazy because I've grown to know, especially in the past year or so, that people will say a lot of shit. People will say, you know, oh, I'm honest. I don't have to lie about nothing. You know, I'm straightforward and blah blah blah, and be none of that.
Correct.
Give you none of that. Because I feel like if you're an honest person, I shouldn't have to pull anything out of you. I feel like as an honest person, if you respect how I feel and I respect how you feel, you shouldn't have to guess about how I feel about certain things. I feel like I'm a great communicator when it comes to alleviating the bullshit.
Okay.
I don't just, you know, I don't like to have shit, you know, pondering, you know, that will stir up other feelings. But I'm also, especially if I respect you, I try to choose my words carefully so that I don't insult you, hurt you, you know, or anything like that, because I respect you. I can be honest without being brutal. I can be honest without being, you know, ugly. So I choose my words carefully. But a lot of times with those four things, even though they're needed in every relationship, a lot of times people can't produce those things.
I agree. It's hard, but see, that's what you build. That's still building. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like honesty is something that, you know, honesty comes in the beginning of a relationship, right? When in the beginning of a relationship, you're honest, you're this, you're that, whatever the case may be. But then when you fuck up, that honesty is out the door. You know, motherfuckers ain't hearing that shit no more. Well, why I'm not hearing that honesty bullshit, you nigga, you rapping. But
I have a question. Do you think that even if somebody lies about something small, minuscule, it doesn't mean anything, that they will lie about something even bigger?
Most definitely. Most definitely. If you can lie about something small, you damn sure can lie about something big. And a lot of men lie about a lot of men lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of men lie because they trying to save people's feelings too.
I don't believe that. I believe that.
Go ahead.
I believe that a lot of men don't lie to save other people's feelings. I think they lie because they don't want to deal with the consequences with the truth. Because if you know that lying will also hurt me, that's not something that you're going to do.
Right, but you know what? Sometimes the truth don't set you motherfucking free either.
If a person's for you, then your truth wouldn't be a problem.
Right, but if you sit there, sometimes people say, oh, well, you know what, just tell me. I'm not going to be mad. I'll be all right. We'll get through it.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say I ain't going to be mad.
Okay.
I need you to tell me the truth so I respect you at the end. Because if I lose all respect for you, there's no way in hell we will reconcile, we're going to forgive, we're going to be friends. None of that will ever happen if I don't have no respect for you. I think people should be honest and tell the truth so that if you care about me, you will want my respect at the end. If I care about you, I will want your respect at the end.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to say, you know, I didn't tell you or I lied to spare your feelings. No, you lied because you didn't want to deal with the consequences that came with telling the truth. It doesn't benefit you to tell the truth at that point. If you had to tell your significant other something that you know they could possibly say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with you anymore. You're lying because you don't want to deal with that. You don't want her to say that. You don't want her to pull away.
Well, you don't want her to leave. Nobody said I want you to leave yet, damn it.
Right, that's why you don't do stuff to make them leave.
Well, you're right about that. But like I said, we all learn from experience.
Right. But I'm saying if you're going to be honest, honest with respect comes honesty. Because if I respect you, I'm going to be honest.
Right.
You know. So I mean, I agree with your four things, but it has to come together. Like you can't have one without the other.
And that's why I said it my 4 things. I'm gonna call it my 4 words. So, Lady J, do you have another one, Lady J? I know you do.
No, that was pretty much.
Oh man, we done made it through this one.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. The only point I had was that men are physical, or and women are mental.
Most definitely. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes that's a bad thing.
Right. So your initiation, like men can initiate things without even touching you.
Mm-hmm. But I feel sometimes. Well, and I'm gonna tell you how. And I like how you said it was mental too, because sometimes a woman can look at you a certain way. You can be at dinner with this woman, right? She look at you a certain way. Oh, it's on once you get back to the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's no debating. It's look, we're gonna get back to the house, and boy, she gonna do something strange.
But I'm saying with men is more initiation. That's the question, though. Are you guys looking for more things that are more physical or more mental?
Well, I'm already a physical person. So me, I'm more of I love the look of a woman when she's sitting there, when she is all about you. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. When you sitting there, she like, so after we leave here, I'm gonna put it on your ass. You ain't gonna get away from this, right? You know this, right?
I'm like, hey, you ain't going home tonight, right?
You ain't going home,
right? You ain't going home, right? Okay.
I just want you to know that. Now, I didn't want you to think that you was going to. I don't think you was just gonna feed me and we were gonna be. Oh, okay. I'll see you next time. No, it's where you think you're going?
Right. You don't get your ass over here.
Come here, boy.
Here.
All right. Well, I think that we summed everything up, Lady J. I think we had another great episode like we always do. And on a personal note, I got something that I want to say. And it's going on. It's going on in Tampa right now. I want to say R.I.P. to Pat. The things that are going on in Tampa are crazy right now. We had a great time during the summer. Everybody had money. Everybody was spending it. Everybody was enjoying life. Now things are getting out of hand. I wasn't going to do this, but I feel like it needs to be done. It's hard for me because me and Pat go way back. You know what I mean? Me and Pat are in the same business. And me and him done been to war together a couple times. And just to see the things that are going on in Tampa right now are just ridiculous. Let me tell you something, young men. This is coming from an old man. Sometimes it's easier to talk things out than going and get a weapon to prove yourself. Now, I say this because I came up in the 80s, in the 90s. We fought. We fought in the 80s. We fought in the early 90s. Hell, we fought all through the 90s. I'm not going to lie to you. You went to war with them hands and you went home. Patched up your wounds, and if you want to go again, we went again. Nowadays, it's not like that. Nowadays, people are out here shooting each other for no particular reason. Y'all are going to places and blowing things up. You know what I mean? It's getting out of hand, people. And, a lot of times I don't try to get in people's business because it's not mine. But I feel like this actually hit very close to home. Pat was just a brand new father. Baby's 2 months old. And he will never know his father unless we tell him about his father. And it's sad. It's very sad, people. I want y'all to, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to sit back and think about this. It's just as easy to talk things out and fix problems than it is to go grab that gun or to go and shoot up an area, and you're just shooting. You're not even shooting who you're looking for. You're shooting just everybody. Last night in Tampa, was it 4 or 5?
I think it was like 5.
5. 5 people got shot in the area. Unfortunately, Pat got shot and he died. This is just out of hand, people. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, we talk, and I'm going to say this, and this will drive me crazy, Lady J, and I know you can see the seriousness in my face. We talk about Black Lives Matter, right? We talk about it, we yell it out, we in the streets, we're protesting about it, but we're out here killing each other. Right? We're out here killing each other for what? Why? Because we say Black Lives Matter. Well, if Black Lives Matter, let's make it matter. Let's sit here, and I'd rather you sit here and talk to these people and hash it out that way than over here killing each other. We have to show people that Black lives matter. We just can't be wearing the shirts, holding the signs, and all that other shit. Now, I'm not trying to ruin this episode because it was a great one. But I feel like this is something that we definitely have to talk about. And we're going to, Lady J, we're going to go into depth in this one day. We're going to talk about this because I can't talk about it right now because I'll get emotional and then I'll fly off the hinges and all that other stuff because, you know what I mean? Black people, we are kings and queens out here. We come from kings and queens. We come from a land that is so rich in natural resources. Don't you understand the reason? You see, a lot of people don't understand the reason why. It was a funny thing a dude said. He said, you know why we wear all this gold and all these diamonds? Because we come from that. That's what we were wearing back in the day.
Right.
That's why we wear the big gold chains. That's why we do all that stuff. That's where we come from, people. We come from the land of milk and honey.
World can survive without us.
Right. You got to understand, people, you are trendsetters. You set trends. We are the biggest trendsetters in the world. Fashion gets made behind what we wear and what we do. People follow what we do to the T. You got white people out here sagging your goddamn pants out here. The stupidest thing, you know, that drives me crazy, Lady J. But you got people out here doing it because we do it. Because we think it's cool, so they think it's cool. So people, let me go ahead and end this. I want to say that I want you guys to love one another, treat each other the right way, because I always tell you this, you may not know when you need the person beside you.
Right.
Go ahead, Lady J. You got anything you want to add?
No, I mean, you pretty much said a mouthful. I mean, the stuff that's going on in Tampa, I feel like it's getting like that everywhere where everybody's in a state of panic. Not knowing where their future is headed. Even with the whole election thing, people are acting crazy.
That's a whole nother subject. God.
Right. I said today, I was just like, you know, even with the rapper getting killed today, and 2-3 days ago, another rapper, King Von, somebody that got killed. I'm just like,
And the one that got killed in Texas, and I looked them up. You're right. I do know his song. The one that got killed in Texas was a very good dude.
Right.
He was a very good, positive dude, too.
Right. And what's crazy is, I was watching something the other day, and they was talking about all the young rappers that had died in 2020, and we're up to like 23 entertainers that have been killed
just in 2020. Can you imagine?
Just in 2020.
Can you imagine just imagine if we go all the way back to excuse me. Just imagine if we go all the way back to 2016.
Right. And like I said, I feel like people are in a mode where it's like do or die. But I said today, I mean, I'm just to the point, every day is going to be a celebration of life, because it seems like, we never were promised tomorrow. But just to be alive right now is a whole celebration, because people are dying and killing each other and going crazy and bananas every day.
2021 is going to be a real celebration for everybody that made it through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the big. It's going to be the biggest New Year's party that you could possibly ever have, because we may be. It may not be no Times Square and all that other stuff because of the pandemic, but it's going to be a party because people are going to celebrate because they made it through 2020. Right. Think about it. Can you realize how fast this year's gone by?
Right.
Realize how fast this year's gone by, and all the shit that we've had, and not even the whole year, in the last 6 months. In our lifetime, we'll never see this again.
Nope. And just to think, in 2019 and before, we will never see anything like that again. 2020 has changed the world from this day forward. Nothing will ever go back to what it used to be.
2020 has changed everything. I tell people that all the time. You will never see people in masses anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see people without masks wearing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You go to churches, funerals, they're separated, and the place that you're supposed to be one at, you're separated.
Mm-hmm. Weddings.
Separated. Funerals are being held outside where they're burying you at.
Or virtual.
Yes. You're not even going into churches anymore. They're having a funeral right where you're going to be laid to rest at.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. So you're celebrating right there. Once again, people.
This is our world.
This is the world we live in. I'm going to tell you this. I'm just glad that, me personally, my family we're almost through it. We got one more month. One more 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we're through it. But people, we're not going to drag you on too much longer. Listen, this is Late Night at the Table. I am one of your hosts, Gavin the Bossman Stevenson. I always thank you so much, Lady J, for being here with me, beside me all the time. And we are Late Night at the Table. We do appreciate you guys following us, our IGs, our Facebooks, hitting us up, commenting on things. I love it when we walk in the street and I hear people talk about it. Man, have you heard that new station, that new podcast, Late Night at the Table? And I sit there and I laugh and giggle like, we thank you. We really do. We thank you that you listen to us. You take time out your busy day to do this. And people, we are out of here. We love you. Take care of one another and be good. We're out. Okay.